Hello, world. Welcome to the BOBCAST once again. Those who are hearing me apart from the world, so I feel this is a very important time where I'm having conversations with you guys through the virtual communications. It is so important that we are living. So especially recently, what happening in Myanmar. This is really important to understand because the Myanmar, especially the Rakhine, it's a very multi-front war is going on. Her economy fighting against Myanmar military and also Arkan army are committing genocide. What exactly they have had experience with the Myanmar military in central Myanmar, especially the Nepido government. Most of the time, just whenever we just talk about the very specific, those who were the Rohingya victims, what happened to them, and what exactly happened, what about their future. But most of the time, we try to neglect and also ignore, specifically like what is Rakhine and what are the basic reasons, what are the basic interests for international superpower, where basically the regional superpower they're trying to dig in, dig down, and also to connect and reconnect, and also that, especially the Caledon project, if I talk about, which is really one of the main reason. And also there are also other reason is minerals, and there are economic empowerments, and the way, I mean, especially the Rakhine, if you see the Akia port, and also through the Akia port, there are linkage to the Thailand, Malaysia, Indonesia, and which is one of the world toughest, I can say that, world toughest smuggling road, which is one of the world drug dealer routes, and which is one of the, I mean, we know the golden triangles. So it's all about happening through them. And recently we have seen that amphetamine, like the governments, the minor military government, they basically siege, and also United Nations drugs and crimes, they basically try to seize and demolish the amphetamine business and also industries. And so now it's basically they didn't like demolish for their better cause. They basically demolish so that they really check and balance the power of Arkan army. So in Arkan army, what they're looking for, basically their school of thought is not that much clear. The way they're doing business, the way they're doing their politics is it's not that much natural, and it was quite very connected to the Bangladesh politics, and they were really much dependent. And now the way they connected to the Indian party lines, and also the Indian bureaucrats, and also the way they are getting technical support from China, and also from the other international actors, which is a very which is not okay as a country like for Bangladesh, because our economy, their positions, and also their vision, it's not clear. They're not only, it was they're only looking for only the Rakhine, where Rohingya people lived, and then historically there was a member of parliament from the Rohingya community, and there was a sense. But now the Rohingya people, they want to return and they want to back their countries. But the problem is Arkan army is their problem, Myanmar military is their problem. Both have the same goals, and both really wanted to kick out Rohingya Muslim people from the Rakhine, though Arkanis have their own cultural, geopolitical, and also their literature, historical literature, and their historical evidences. Even the Chamber of Commerce, there are the Rohingya people who represent. So, what will be the equations? We have seen the recent, I can say that the recent visit of Bangladesh delegate to China. There are a lot of issues. One is the people are really talking about the Myanmar Bangladesh corridor, and another people talking about there are a lot of arms animations, and there are some sort of industrial business. But what we are looking for, we are looking for safe return of Rohingya peoples, for those who were the citizens of Myanmar for a long time, and even like before depriving, they have had their own history, and we are looking for the regional stability, which Bangladesh need to pursue to be part of the member of ASEAN, which is one and only active regional platform where people are really talk about. Either there is no just other platform. So why Bangladesh is important? Because Arakan army, they're now in a deadlock. They don't have any other specific things. Even they don't have that capacity to fight against the Myanmar military, because Arakan army, they're very good in guerrilla war, but the sky and the sea, and they don't have that capacity. And also, we are very hospitable people. We are living in an area, but only the way we can really acknowledge and also make sure our reasonable and shoulder to shoulder people diplomacy to the country, which is Myanmar. Because the Myanmar is not our enemy. Myanmar itself, the people of Myanmar, is clearly, they're so friendly, and there's a lot of historical references where there's a business communication, where historical relationships. Even in the 1971, there was a connections. But the problem is, what happened in Rakhine, if we are not observing through their eyes, through their language, through their culture, this is a problem. In Bangladesh, we talk about the Indian studies, we talk about the South Asian studies, but what we are not talk about the Burmese studies. If three Burmese people talk about themselves, we're not able to understand. So the problem is, we don't have any intellectual capital so that you can really relate. We don't have any data what happening in Rakhine. We don't know the donors. So in this reason, the politics is going to be, as I mentioned, donor and data. So it is too important. This year, Aung San Suu Kyi, like still she's in the jail, and her party NLD, was accused of a lot of things, though her father was a very good friend of Rohingya historians and Rohingya politicians. But the problem is, if NLD will not take the proper decisions, if the movement people, those who are the fighting against the Myanmar military, if they are not taking the right positions, if Rohingya young generations, if they don't understand what they're looking for, what exactly happening in Rakhine, the whole region will be the problem. The future conflict is here. Future peace is here. And the future is the here, which according to the World Economist Intelligence, there will be the future where top richest country will be in Asia. What about us? And what about we? As you are people from Myanmar, as you are people from Rakhine, we are not against of you. We are against of your perpetrators. We are against of your military who are doing exactly human genocide and catastrophe. Me is a here as a young politician. I love to talk about the peace, conflict, and also social cohesions. And through the peace, through the regional dialogue, we believe the diplomacy, we believe the peace through our own instinct. Bye bye for today, and I'll talk with another night.